everybody, and welcome back to CTVSA. I'm your host Stacey, and today in studio we have Kgaogelo Mahasha, who is an aircraft maintenance technician. Hello, Kgaogelo.
Hi, Stacey.
Now tell us, who is Kgaogelo Mahasha in terms of place of birth, family, and siblings?
Kgaogelo is a young lady from Pretoria. I was born in Pretoria and raised there. I'm 24 years old and I'm an aircraft maintenance technician. I have a sister. That's the only. Yeah, I only have a sister.
Older or younger?
Older. Yeah, so I'm from Pretoria and I'm an aircraft maintenance technician.
Wow. So was aircraft maintenance technician your childhood dream?
I'm going to be honest with you. No, I'm more into fast cars, actually. You know,
wow.
You grow
That's
into
a present
some...
for a girl.
Yeah, I know. I grew into it because I went to a technical high school whereby I was like, you know, I'm set to be a car mechanic. No worry about it. And then after that, you know, life happens. I had to take a gap year because I couldn't get funding for, you know, tertiary education. And then after that, while I was on my gap year, I found out that there was aviation, and there was an open day at Denell Technical Academy. I don't know if you know it. It's a Denell Aviation College that trains your aviation professionals. And I went there on the open day, and I fell in love. I was like, oh wow, because I didn't know much about it. But then the curiosity of it is what actually led me to say, you know what, I'm going to do this. And through doing it, through bits and pieces of it coming together, I just fell in love with it.
Wow. So, for those who don't know what aviation is, can you explain?
Aviation is your industry of aircraft, any air transport in the industry. So I know most people don't know about it, we just hear about it. But then anything that has to do with air transportation is actually part of the aviation industry.
Wow. So, you chose to do airplanes, why not helicopters?
You know what? I wanted to work on aircraft that actually transport a whole lot of people. You know, I was into bigger aircrafts because, you know, it just made me feel happy being small next to a big aircraft. I'll show you my pictures. But then, like, I would have went for helicopters, but then the other factor was the fact that the sponsorship I got was from an airline. So it wasn't really a helicopter company. So I had to just take it. But then it's not like I settled. It was kind of what I wanted. It just fell into place.
Wow. So tell us how your working day is from like when you clock in until you knock off.
Okay, I'll tell you two scenarios. I'll tell you of a place that I really loved working at, which was Cape Town International Airport. In the morning when I walk in for shift, I give my schedule. I check which aircrafts are coming in what time, and I have to, you know, navigate my way through it, delegate my times into it. And then I have to go and wait for the aircraft. It lands, and then it comes into the parking bay, do an inspection all round, fueling. And then after that, before the passengers embark, check for snags, everything. And then do a final inspection before the aircraft leaves, and then push back, and then they take off.
So, are you the only one doing the inspections or other
you have an SLT, which is your licensed technician, which will come as well and assist you should there be a snag, because somebody has to certify if you're not licensed.
Yeah.
And then on the second scenario is where I'm working now, which is a workshop, pneumatics. When I walk in, we actually work on components, aircraft components, anything to do with pneumatics, air conditioning, etc. And when I walk in, we do a morning meeting, work schedule, I get my components, disassemble, assemble, repairs, and then after that, my day goes on, repeat.
So, what time do you have to wake up in the morning just to get there?
Ooh, because I live far from the airport, I have to wake up at 4:30.
And I think 6 is bad, hey? I'm like woozy.
Wow,
I'm
really?
like, what?
6. 4:30, I'm awake and I'm getting ready for work.
Wow. So do you also check international airplanes?
International airplanes? Ooh, no, I'm too short. I'm not discouraging myself, but then when I worked on the line in Cape Town, I actually worked more on domestic, you know, smaller aircraft, you know, because, you know, when you're short, there's panels you have to open, and then you just... And most of the internationals used to come, like, very late in your AMs, like 3, 2, and our shifts were very short.
Yeah. Okay. So, what other careers in aviation that you could encourage other viewers or learners to take?
Yeah, I would love to see more air traffic controllers. I'd love to see more pilots. But then, most people when they hear aviation, they hear pilot. So there's other things. I'd love to see more cabin crew. I'd love to see more ground staff. There's a lot of careers out there in aviation. Air traffic controllers is something that I'm very curious about as well. And I'd love to see more people doing it instead of the other ones because, people go for the most praised job. But then air traffic controllers really do contribute to the safety of aviation.
Yeah. So do you have any flight attendant friends or anyone that that works in the plane, and do they share a little bit of their experience with you?
Yeah, I know a few pilots, I know a few cabin crews, and we talk all the time.
Yeah.
And I've also done flights where I'm sitting in the cockpit and, they'll show you what to do and all that. They'll talk you through it. And it's been amazing.
Wow. So, what did you study to become an aircraft maintenance technician?
Aircraft maintenance technician, you have to go through an apprenticeship which consists of a whole year of basic training, which is all theory. And then after that, you have to do an on-job training, whether it's an airline or your helicopter, a charter, or whatever company that you choose. But then you have to generate a certain amount of hours, which you fill in your logbook. And then when you reach that number of hours, you apply to write a trade test.
Yeah.
And then you go write your trade test and qualify. And then from there, you have to build up courses and still study to get licensed.
Okay. So how many years do you have to go before you get licensed?
Ooh, it depends, I'm still working on my logbook. I'm still doing courses that will contribute towards that. So I would say it's not, I won't predict it, because I don't want to test life. You never know what can pull you back. But then it's not a very long process if you're doing the right things at the right time.
Okay, so any challenges that you face at work as a woman?
Yes, I face challenges every now and then, but then I must say the industry has gotten better, in regards to women. We're getting treated better, but then, you still find moments whereby you feel a little bit weak if you can't do something.
Yeah.
You're feeling a little bit
overpowered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You feel useless to the team if you're not producing any type of results that, they want. And I feel that, as time goes on, it'll get easier, and the challenges are not really the most toughest. It's something you just have to be confident. I always tell people, be confident in what you do. That's the most important thing, because the minute you start to doubt yourself, because, when you start getting challenged, deep down inside, you're actually feeling a lot of doubts regarding whatever that you're doing.
And you just want to give up.
So I always just say, if I'm confident in what I'm doing, nothing can bring me down.
Okay, very encouraging message. So, if you were not an aircraft maintenance technician, what would you be and why?
I think I would be, I'd be a presenter or something. I'd be in media. I'd be maybe a designer. Because, when you grow up, you want to be everything.
Yeah.
So I think I would most definitely be in media, but then behind the scenes, maybe a producer. But, things happen.
Yeah, things happen.
Yeah.
So, do you remember the type of child you were in primary and high school?
Yes, I do. I was shy. I was very natural regarding, I wasn't putting on makeup. I didn't like makeup at all. I didn't like weaves. I was your cornrow girl, I was a bookworm. And I wasn't really, open to anything new. I was just somebody who was very stuck up in a box. And I wanted to just focus on one thing. Now I'm just free-spirited. I'm more confident. I know myself. I make better decisions because I know myself. It's better.
So, what makes you proudly South African?
What makes me proudly South African is the journey that South Africa has been through. When you look back and then you look at now, the then and now picture is very, it's very beautiful. And, the journey that we've been through to get to where we are today is something that we all should be proud of. We are more united, the educational system is better, everything is getting better day by day, and that's what makes me proud, looking forward to the next day, because there's an improvement in the way we think, the way we do things, and the way we grow as a nation.
Yeah. So if you were president, what would you change or do to make South Africa a better place to live in?
If I was president, to be honest, I would actually work on the educational system in rural areas. I feel like rural areas, is one of those places where they need it the most.
Yeah.
We need to work on actually, strengthening the educational systems in the rural areas.
Yeah. So, if you were to choose one country in Africa besides South Africa to live in, why would you choose that country?
I would choose Ethiopia, because I feel like it's one of those countries that is beautiful, but then it's always looked at, differently.
Yeah.
We always see the pictures of the people suffering. We always see I would want to go there and actually, show people the beautiful side of it. Show people that we can actually make it better. We can actually avoid these things of having pictures like that going around. And I feel like it's a very beautiful country, and if we all unite as Africa, I would actually live there just to go there and make a difference, and actually show people that, there can be a good side to everything.
Oh, yes, there can be. And we've come to the end of our interview, but I'd like to ask you one more thing. Any message of encouragement for our viewers?
Message of encouragement, let's see. I always want people to be confident, and I always want people to challenge themselves. So today I'm going to tell you to be the most confident person you can be. Find something that you feel like is too big or too impossible, and actually take it head on. Sometimes the things that you feel are too big can actually surprise you.
Yeah.
We never thought that going into this line of work it would be easy. It's not easy, but then, the fact that I keep on pushing, is what keeps me going. So when you find something challenging, I motivate you to take it head on.
Thank you, Kgaogelo, for coming today.
It's a pleasure.
So, guys, thank you for watching CTVSA. Guys, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more great videos like this. Bye, everyone, and keep on watching CTVSA. Bye.